Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. This is fielded at the 27. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Levis from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Levis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because
taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
13, 6.
Here we go.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, 29 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Levis now on 2nd down. Gets this one to Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Sanders on for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. Well, the Bengals have got it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Nwangu now from his end zone. And just shutting him off there. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Here we go.
2nd down and 4. Now they go play action now. Burrow. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Gun.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking on the midfield logo. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a real jolt of confidence moving forward.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Another catch for them there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here we go, here we
This
go.
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
On 2.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And some room to run now. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Gun.
Second down and 6 now.
11 mighty, 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Again, it's Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
In motion left is Higgins.
Stop.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting,
but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled up.
And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Open man downfield is Hill. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Levis. Rolling to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Second down, here's Levis. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Stop.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Gun.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Stop.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he's down inside the 15. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
They're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
11 MT.
On 2nd down, Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! Ja'Marr Chase, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for two. They'll let Mixon try to run it in, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Levis now off of play action. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Levis on third down. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 30. And shedding a man at the 40. The danger of a punt that good. A 16-yard return. And the Bengals take over first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And Chase will go in motion left.
Hey, we got to go score.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. That's to the sideline and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
12.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Look at the big man rumble. The way in for a Miami touchdown. O.J. Howard, 63 yards. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. It's a run with Mostert. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Burrow. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Burrow. Completes a Boyd. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1-1, ready?
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
11.
To throw, Burrow. And that's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it up.
He takes it across for a touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
Partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, Might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Here we go with Burrow. Able to shake him off. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Levis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
With just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Levis. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1, ready?
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
On 1, ready?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.